Welcome to Sean Anthony Live. This is Sean Anthony. We're sitting here with a legend, Jim Jones. What's up, man?
What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
Good to see you, man.
I'm pretty good.
How's it feel to be back in Ohio?
Oh, shit, Ohio's like second home. I mean, I ain't been here in a minute, but you know, It's a lot of history here.
I first met you, man, when Cam owned the club here in Columbus.
Yeah.
And, Envy, man. And that was a good run, man, y'all had back in the day. You, Chubbs, and Freaky Zeke. You guys were out here getting it for real, right?
Yeah, well,
a little something.
I didn't frequent as much as they did, but Cam and Freaky and Chubbs and a few others definitely made a big statement out here as far when we was younger. They definitely had the town. Yeah.
Jimmy, you have been consistent, man, the past at least 4 to 5 years, man. Probably a little bit more with your projects. This Gangsta Grill project is something special, man. What do you think led to your consistency over these recent years?
Consistency. I mean, shit. Just
what keeps you consistent? What inspires you to stay consistent with it?
Somebody told me the other day, when you can't stay inspired, you stay consistent.
Okay.
You heard? That's the remedy.
And I've noticed also you do projects with these young artists, man. What is it that gets you tapped into this youthful energy that's going on right now?
Oh shit, they the future. As cliche as it might sound, I always look at all the new artists, and I always wanted to do a project with the younger artists. And this Gangsta Grill was the perfect format for me to do so. And as you see, I work with young artists from all over the country, from the South to the Midwest to the West Coast, even out the country to London. Shouts to gigs.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it was a pleasure, and it's knocking right now. We said the trend is currently trending right now. Shouts to Takeoff, Offset, Quavo, shouts to Weezy, Khaled, and Joel's on the remix. Blessed.
That's fire, man. You linked up with Doughboy, Ohio Zone.
Yeah.
Gangsta Grill. I know you're about to head to Cleveland, man.
Doughboy.
How did you link up with Doughboy?
Just being a fan of his work. My man Slow, actually put us on a three-way chat one day. It was during the pandemic when everything was shut down. We actually got to do some records, and during the Gangsta Grill, I hit him up like, "Yo, that record we did, man. What you doing with it?" He like, "Man, run it, let's do it." So I put it on the Gangsta Grill. We actually got a video for it. We shot the video in the city and things like that. So.
Okay, when is that gonna come out? I actually just interviewed Doughboy a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, next couple of weeks is look forward to the video coming out. So shouts to Doughboy, the whole FPG. You know.
Your project with Henry Fraud is dope, man.
Thank you.
And it seems like it's becoming more of a trend over the recent years where artists are teaming up with one particular producer. I see you grinning, and you kind of know where I'm going. So one, what led you to the collaboration with Henry Fraud, and will you do something like that again, and with a different producer?
Well, I'm doing it with Hitmakers. I got the Harry Fraud fully produced album. I started with the Heatmakers, El Capo fully produced album. Shouts to Arsonist Heatmakers. I got the Hitmakers with Young Berg fully produced album. I got a Scram Jones fully produced album. So I still got a few of them. But Harry Fraud was kind of dope because, as you all know, me and French had a lot of this, didn't see eye to eye a lot in the past. And with us mending our differences and shit like that, I was able to actually work with Harry Fraud, and I was actually doing the whole project for all the time we missed that we couldn't work with each other.
Gotcha. And excuse me, I said Henry. I meant to say Harry. My bad.
No problem.
Yeah, man. So any other producers that you think that you would like to do a one album thing like that? Because it gives the opportunity for you guys to gel, create that chemistry, and come out with some really solid music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I said, that album was something special, man.
It does. I mean, well, right now I'm kind of stacked up, so who knows what the future may bring. I'm really ready to get into going back into a whole real album, that whole mindset. So that's what I'm looking at next, is to really start to sit down and go into one of my last albums. One of them. One
of your last albums. So it's coming to an end. You gonna retire from rapping? What do you mean?
I don't know if it's coming to an end, but at the pace that I've been going on, you know, these last albums that I'm about to put out is going to be something very dope. You know what I mean? So.
Tell me, what has it been like with you being with Roc Nation now, with the management? You know, what has been the difference? Has it been for your career being with Roc Nation now?
The brand is just that strong. I don't know if it's that as big as the management, but the brand, just you being able to use that brand and get you in a lot of different doors. I can't say that opened up a lot of different doors. For the most part, I've been a businessman, so a lot of the moves and things I make for my business are done solely by me and my team. But the overall family aspect of how Rock Nation handles their artists and things like that is pretty dope. So shouts to the whole Rock Nation. Shouts to OG. What's up, baby?
What's some of the best advice that you've gotten from Hov?
From Hov?
That you could share, something that, you know, that really just opened up a light bulb for you, you know, turned the light bulb for you?
Well, both Hov and Diddy told me the same thing as far as me being smart enough to create so many businesses. But the music is what really counts. That'll help everything else that I'm trying to do. With all the businesses that I have, once you start to get a hit, get back in that space, everything else is seen to come with it. And Hov told me that, and Diddy told me that, and that's why I had to really start diving back into the music.
Got you. Speaking of businesses, as an entrepreneur, tell me about your new app. You got a new app?
Oh, the Jim Jones app. Pretty dope. Soft launch today, I believe it is. This whole Jim Jones world, everything you possibly want to get into from Jim Jones. So things I do on a daily basis, to the actual weather, to fitness, to fashion, to drip, links to merch sites, current events, tour dates, show dates, private Q&As. Pretty dope.
Okay. Are we going to see more of Jim Jones in the tech world? I mean, you in the metaverse? You got any NFTs, anything like that?
Well, yeah, I sell a bunch of NFTs. I probably is the first artist to ever jump into the NFT space. I have my own coin, the Kappa coin. Cop that currently on Uniswap. Quarantine Studios is a technology that actually AWS has built for me. So I'm a tech founder, actually.
How does that feel to add that to your resume, a tech founder? Did you ever think 10 years ago that Jim Jones would be known as a tech founder?
I don't know. I definitely didn't think I would add tech founder to my name, but I'm always liking to get into the newest things and whatever the money is going. Technology it is.
So let me follow up on that. You mentioned, you know, you and your team look at different businesses and things like that. What are some of the things that you look at before you invest in a new venture?
Some of the things I look at, you get into a lot. There's a whole list of things, and when you want to make sure this is a sound business. You want to make sure that the financials is right. You want to make sure that if it is a real business, that they're paying their taxes. There's like so many things you want to look at before you actually invest in a business. That's if a business is already up and running. Now, if you're trying to start a new business, then you just got to have some sound partners, or you just got to make sure you know what you're doing as far as yourself and creating the business, from starting from LLC to whatever else you want to do.
Okay. How has being on television helped catapult your career? Like, what has that contributed to you? What have you learned about, you know, utilizing your brand from being on TV with Love and Hip Hop?
It's no better form of marketing besides being on television. People get to see you like that. Love of Hip Hop and all the reality shows that I've been a part of, and all the reality shows that I actually had, it was all a learning experience for me, with more production value than anything. Being in front of the camera is something I've been doing since a child, with doing music and videos and things like that. But to learn the ins and outs of actually putting a television show together from a standpoint of reality TV or just sitcoms, period, this is something that I learned, and it's valuable.
Cool, man. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. I really appreciate it. I know you had a show last night. Heard it was packed out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You heading to Cleveland, you know what I'm saying?
Heading to Cleveland, definitely. And, it came out last night, 100%. They showed that love.
What projects you got coming up in the near future that we could look out for?
I'm going into the Lobby Boy project. Shouts to Maino. That's a joint project that we have. After the Lobby Boy project, I'm going into the Youngberg Hitmakers fully produced album by the Hitmakers. I got a Spanish album that I'm dropping in the summertime.
Really?
I got a Bergen compilation that I'm dropping September-ish. Also have a fully produced album by Scram Jones, and so many different projects that I'm a part of in between. So, you know.
I didn't hear Dipset in there. A Dipset album coming?
I would like for it to come, but I can't tell you that right now. But you know, shouts to the whole Dipset, shouts to Joel Santana, Freaky Zeke, Killer the Dawn.
Man, Jim Jones, I appreciate your time, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Best of luck to your endeavors, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Sean Anthony Live, we thank y'all for checking in. Jim Jones.
Bow.